Next time on Trekyards, something will happen. We'll say things.
Right now, even. Wow, you're in the future. It is now.
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome back to Trekyards. We're doing an episode 7 prediction. 7.
Yes.
Because it looked kind of interesting.
Oh, it
And
does.
and you just saw this as well. So
Yeah.
you didn't see it from last week, so.
Oh, I didn't see it at all last week. So, I'm jazzed. Although it seems like something we've seen before. Maybe a little bit of deja
Wow.
vu here.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, my first reaction to seeing this was, ooh, a Star Trek episode.
Finally.
Yeah, because I love time loop concepts. I love time travel. I love when it's done. Obviously, when it's done well, obviously. And the concept of this one is really intriguing. That's why I thought we should do a what we think is going to happen, because it's very cryptic, and there's some really interesting stuff if you screen cap it. So I thought it'd be interesting. So yeah, let's go through it. So it starts out with Stamets with his collar undone, which shows he means business.
Yeah.
And he says we're in a 30-minute time loop, and every second that you dilly-dally, we're one step closer to death. Ooh.
Every second you don't believe me, which implies, of course, that since he's been in the mycelium network, he's seen all the possibilities of the universe. He knows what's about to unfold. That's what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, I didn't get that. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, well, okay. Well, how do you think they're going to play this then? Because that's true. I mean, it couldn't necessarily be just a generic time loop, because you're right. He's seen the universe, so they can do different levels to this that you don't normally get with your characters. So what do you think? What do you think is going to play out? Let's start with that, and then we'll go through.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I just know that he's seen the mycelium network. He was impressed by it. As far as we know, that includes past and present. So maybe he saw everything. He knows everything that's going to happen. That'd be really boring for a life, by the way. But
good for dates, though. It's like that. I guess he's married.
Oh.
Okay, good. Well, good for dates with his husband. It's like, always dating. It's like, you're going to be mad at me, so here's flowers. Hey, you're not mad at me more. There we go. That future.
Well, did you notice that before that he was kind of snarky with him in every other scene? But after the fact, he was very much warmer. Maybe he saw in the future that they work out really well together, so he's deciding to be nicer. Anyway.
Or he leaves him if he's not as much of a bleep.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out, because I don't think he can necessarily process all that information and know exactly what's. I think this was a major event, probably caused by some. I don't know what caused by a problem with the spore drive. They're trying to establish a way to use it without getting stabbed every time, maybe I don't know. Maybe he was close to the chamber and some of the mycelium hit him as it exploded, and he got a flash of what.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I'm not really sure.
Well, we see that they get boarded. We'll get into that into a minute. And you're right, he's in the spore chamber when it goes kablooey. So yeah, quite possibly he could react in a certain way. I hadn't thought that way, but my assumption is that either they are that whoever is intruding makes spore drive go kablooey, destroying this amazing technology. And because he's linked into things, he's able to reset, and it's just his native connection is allowing him to I guess maybe go back, or his cells are so charged that yes, he can use what's left of the mycelium to jump back. Because if you can jump anywhere, why can't you jump back into it's only 30 minutes? That's not it's not a huge. It's like with Gaz Quest, you can stop a decision or two, but it's not gonna. You can't go back and stop Hitler. It is a certain amount of
I was just about to say it's better than the Omega 13. 30 minutes is a lot better than 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But yeah, so he's torn to Burnham. She's obviously not buying it, and okay. In honesty, Stuart, if someone said to you, "I'm living the same day again and again and again," is there anything they could say to actually make you believe them?
Well, if I was Burnham, I'd be like, the Vulcan Science Academy has determined that time travel is not a possibility 15 times in a row. No, I think they would. I would think they were crazy and just experiencing deja vu. Although I would screw with them a little bit and go do something really unpredictable and go do it. Oh, I did I? I don't know.
Yeah, obviously the easy solution to this is doing a scenario and then what happens. That's the easy sell. I mean, if I saw someone predict 12 things in a row, it's like, yeah, you might be magic. But anyway, then we see like we said before, Kablooey, the Discovery is exploding. Everyone looks concerned. The thing is exploding. Very nice. Now, is that in the first shot based on a lens flare? It looks like a phaser's hitting it, but I do think it's just a lens flare.
Yeah, I think it's just a lens flare.
And what's interesting is that the way the ship is exploding is that an indication of where the mycelium stuff is there at, the engineering stuff, that half of the secondary hull, and then the spinning, because obviously if it's self-destructing, it should be everywhere. If it's being hit by something, certain places will explode, or is it just the places that link to spore drive exploding first, then cause secondary explosions?
Well, the one zoom out they did of near the engineering, I can't remember which episode it was in, was kind of in the middle of the secondary hull.
Yeah.
This seems to be coming more from the back, which indicates the shuttle bay to me. And in one of the other scenes, we see that there is something aboard the shuttle bay. I'm guessing that might start in the shuttle bay area and move forward. Because later, we might as well go to the scene. There's this creature, which looks like the Demigorgon from Stranger Things, or the thing that eats Kirk in the 2009 Star Trek, beamed on board, and a little Martian alien man with antenna. Which
well, you think beamed on board? Do you? Is that your calling for that?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm just on board.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's an Andorian spacesuit.
Oh, yeah. No, it must be, mustn't it? Because we know there are Andorians. They've shown us in a picture. What a great reference / whatever. Yeah.
Or we do see Harry Mudd at the end of this. Spoilers. We do see Harry Mudd at the end of this next week on. So maybe Harry Mudd stole this Andorian spacesuit and something with this creature. I don't know. The creature confuses me. If it was a ship, it would make more sense to me. But I think that's Harry Mudd. That's what I'm saying.
So oh yeah.
And this is the shuttle bay, I assume.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So the explosion seems to be coming from the back. So I'm assuming something back here goes on, and that causes the whole ship to explode.
So my when I first saw this split second frame before I did it, it looked to me like an ant had the antenna. But I love that thing. The way I see it, and it's a little bit strange, but I see this big creature as being an organic shuttle, sort of a space whale thing, and so he walked out of that front bit, which is a whole different way. And so if you're looking at cool different technology, space whale is something a bit different. But I love the idea of Andorian. I think that's absolutely what it is. So now we'll just see how faithful to Andorians it. I mean, there isn't much to mess up. It's just have to have antennas and be blue.
Well,
there isn't
like I said,
much to mess up, unlike the Klingons. But
like I said, I don't think it's an Andorian. I think it's just an Andorian spacesuit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm calling it. Well, now see, you said that. If we look at Mudd's costume, it is similar, very very similar. He's got a blue outer layer, and then these bits either side, so it's very close. So probably. That's interesting.
But
just happens to Andorian space.
Living up to the name of the show and what they print on their shirts, you can see one scene where they're having a disco party. Disco.
Yeah.
So they're celebrating something, or this is a flashback, or whatever, because very much uninhibited, which is odd for her. So are they celebrating something? Is there a party for whatever reason? Is this a dream?
Well, you can see Tyler on the right with a little Hawaiian thing. You see Burnham right there in the middle, their arms crossed like, nope, not a party person. Tilly's obviously having a lot more fun. She's obviously hitting on people. But yeah, I guess, they're out to have time off, But it was kind of strange to see. I assumed it was like a weird, I'm high, I'm seeing the world through hallucination. It's weird to see maybe Star Trek be a rave, a modern day disco rave. It's like, it's not, it was okay in Red Dwarf, which is sort of a weird show, but it was, why not? But it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
And then, another interesting thing is that if you go back a couple of steps, there's this crewman that falls in the turbo lift, and if you look behind them, you can see other people that have slumped. And throughout this trailer, or teaser, I guess, there are multiple that have been slumped down. So something has happened to to disable the crew, which is very similar to what happened in the episode of the Ferengi when they beamed aboard these canisters, I believe, and then they disabled everybody.
Well, that could tie into what we just saw about the party too. Maybe everybody passes out and they're all having a simultaneous hallucination about them being on the ship partying or whatever, having a good time while they're unconscious.
Just like the Voyager episode.
Yes.
But less fun because it gets blown up. And here we also see Stamets, like I say, get attacked, get blown up in the face. He looks very amused. So clearly this is not his first wipe. And then Ashtar's got a gun there. I think Burnham also has. So I guess they're there to stop somebody or something, maybe. And he's sort of admitting that time round it's not going to go well. And he gets blown up in the face. That's obviously the engineering sub room.
And the phasers are set on stun. So they're not set on kill or disintegrate or anything. So
it should be 95% of the time should be set to stun. I mean, kill is pretty damn... Yeah, there's very few reasons to kill. If you jump forward a little bit, now we've looked at what Mudd's wearing. The gun being pointed at Lorca, that is absolutely Mudd, wearing his blue shirt and the rings. So he does get on Discovery, after 2 episodes. He's already on Discovery after, only like a couple of weeks, which is interesting. Do the Klingons let him go to do revenge? Is he a Klingon spy again? Is he not? Who knows? So clearly he got to the bridge in this situation, which is quite impressive to not only get on board this ship, get through security, get onto the bridge, and we see there are people behind that aren't knocked out, so that hasn't either happened yet or whatnot. And the next shot after that is intriguing, and I'd really screen cap this because they're very keen for us not to see it fully. These orange energy ball things, and we see later on Burnham being hit with one. It sort of incapacitates her, damages her something.
I'd say they're purple, not orange.
Sorry, did I say orange? I meant purple. Sorry.
Yeah, you said orange. Had me confused. I'm like, did I miss another picture? Did I not get all of them? Yeah, they look like little something you'd see in Men in Black. He's got the universe in a bell.
We saw that together. That was a good film.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Ash and Burnham romance kiss? Maybe.
Not super stoked about that. We talked about that in the last episode review. I don't really want to see a relationship between these two. Although, should he be a Klingon and should he be Vok specifically? The fact that him and the woman that started the war and killed
Takuma started the war.
Yeah.
Either way, he was starting the war.
Well, she did kill Takuma, shot him in the back. So that'd be an interesting.
Yes, that's true. I forgot about that.
So I don't know if he knows that or if he was there for that. So he should know that.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah.
So is he using her or does I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole other subplot about other stuff.
The best way to destroy someone is through the heart as well. Figuratively and literally, if you can break them that way.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad
Klingon, yeah. That'd be interesting. But yeah, if he made her fall in love with you and then revealed you're a Klingon and then destroyed all your ship and your crew and say, "This is for Takuma."
We're getting ahead of ourselves on that point, plot.
A little bit. So Lorca's annoyed, and then Burnham and Ash go and see Mudd, who's in the engineering room. He says, "I've made myself at home." Now, what do you think this all means? So is he you think he's the guy in the spacesuit? Is he here to take over the ship? Is he to blow up the ship? Is he... Because we see people knocked out, they killed. I mean, he's very relaxed in this scene.
That's the problem with these next week on. The way it's like, they're very misleading a lot of times, just much like movie trailers. So I don't know what to think. He's there to get Lorca, because, he swore that he'd come after Lorca after Lorca left him in the Klingon ship.
Why wouldn't you have fun when having revenge? I mean, even Chang, he span around his chair being all happy about blowing people up. Have fun with it, guys. Embrace it.
True. But I don't know what the hell he's there for and how he got there. I assume he's the guy in the spacesuit. I assume he escaped the Klingon ship because of this organic thing he's with. And now he just wants to... I don't know. Why would he want to blow up the ship if he's on it?
Yeah, he must be able to escape, mustn't he? So, but then how would he escape if they're coming to shoot him? I guess he could beam out, because they have side-to-side beaming now very easily.
Yeah. And why isn't Ash and Berman knocked out like the people on the floor? And then, of course, we see in the earlier one, we see Stamets there too, right in that exact spot, right in front of where Harry Mudd is. So is it? I can't see a crew member on the floor in that scene. So,
well, but it's interesting because as soon as we left the Stamets frames, we completely ignored the plot points about him being the one in a repeating time loop, because the other halves don't seem to connect with that in a direct way. So now we've analysed them all. Give me your official call out as what's going to happen, and let's see if we're right.
Oh my god. I think it's going to start out by the Discovery blowing up before the credits.
Yep.
With Picard yelling, "All hands abandon ship." I'll repeat, all hands abandon. And hopefully they don't replay it 15 times during the episode. 2 or 3 would be okay. But so maybe the Discovery getting destroyed before the credits, and then after the credits, it's back doing its thing. Runs into this organic creature, either beam it on board or it docks, and turns out there's a little Andorian inside, but it's not an Andorian, it's Harry Mudd, and still can't figure out how he gets on the bridge with a phaser, but I mean,
just shoots everyone in between, just massacres the crew as he goes.
Maybe there's some interaction between this creature in the shuttle bay and the spore drive, the mycelium spores, that creates this time loop.
That's interesting.
The ship gets destroyed by accident, perhaps. Stamets is the only one that's aware of it because he's in touch with the mycelial network. And he's got to convince everybody else that this is going to happen and not to beam that thing aboard or not trust Harry Mudd.
Yeah, you would think if you knew that situation would be very easy to convince. I mean, as soon as you see Mudd, as soon as you see how he gets on board, you can be like, just shoot it.
Yeah.
We win!
I don't know. So it's really tough because, like I said, these are very misleading all the time. I find when you watch them back, watching TNG ones, next time on TNG, you're like, really? that little section you showed that's next time on the show is like the small part of the show. The main part's something else.
That's the fun of editing trailers.
I know. So that's what I'm calling right now, I guess. It's kind of vague, but what are you calling?
I think the Klingons, because of the burn, the female Klingon, sorry, I can't remember her name, she specifically has let Mudd go because he was good, but before saying, we'll let you escape, he has been tasked to bring the spore drive in, but he just wants to kill Lorca and destroy everything he holds dear, so rather than killing him directly, he's going to blow up the ship. So he gets on board because he finds them somehow, that's a plot hole maybe, or whatever, and he gets on board, he's going to blow up the ship, but he's enjoying the ha-ha-ha-ha effect beforehand because he's kind of a bit flamboyant. It blows up, and you're right, Stamets is the only one because he's linked to the spore drive. You know, he's superpowered, basically, in a sense now. And he's able to see this again and again because maybe the destinies they don't. That's a Stargate concept. Maybe they're destined not to die. Therefore, he knows the possibility that they're not going to die, and he's trying to help them. But I mean, I'd love to give it the episode to Stamets. I mean, that'd be great to see him as the actual lead here, because he definitely can be more charismatic and fun than everyone else. So that'd be fun to see. But I do think that first scene is the first scene. Like, it starts out with him running down a corridor to Burnham, saying we're about to die or whatever, and it blows up, and then you have to go through there. But then they shouldn't have revealed it was Mudd. If Mudd was that important, save it.
Yeah.
The fact that he's there makes me think he's not that important, that important, and it's about, whatever happens when to stop the time loop, gets them to Mirror Universe, or because they've lost control, or and having him in Mirror Universe would be really fun as well, I think. That'd be a nice little whatever. And I definitely think that space well is a space transport ship thing that Mudd's used as a whatever. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Well, maybe that's how they stop the ship's destruction. They have to use the spore drive last minute without any real direction, and then they end up in the Mirror Universe for the next episode because as a result. That'd be cool, actually.
Or we're at 7 of 16, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the break happens at 9?
I believe.
So we're very close to whatever happens. I mean, again, what is the plot of this show? There's a war, and we've already got the weapon functioning completely. What's the plot? You know what I mean? The plot hasn't happened yet because they're not doing anything to really...
Well, we don't have it functioning completely anymore. The tardigrade is gone. Yeah, sure, he can plug into it, but I'm sure it's detrimental to his health.
But think how easy this last episode was when they just jumped in and he was fine before and after, and he jumped back out. I mean, there was you didn't get a sense of repercussions. He was absolutely fine. Obviously, we know there will be, but in terms of what all everyone's thinking, it's completely functional. So the plot hasn't even happened yet. This is all the setup, you know, the characters and the situation and little bits, which is really interesting that we're this many episodes in and nothing has really. A war's happened, but guess what? The Cardassian War happened and didn't really, and there was a war, and the Maquis there's a war, and you know, but the plot is going to happen at some point. But it looks fun. It looks fun, and I love the Andorian catch there. And like I said, as soon as I saw it, I thought this is going to be the first really Star Trek episode. Sci-fi, cool tech.
Yeah.
Hopefully good writing. There's 7 episodes, and they should know the characters by now. They should know the motivations. They should know how to act it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm totally excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. And like you said, I think it's going to be a very Star Trek driven, Star Trek feeling episode, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
And you don't need that the darkness. You won't need that super dark grittiness. Even if Mudd is against them and wants to kill them all, you've had motivationed characters throughout Trek wanting the same thing. That's not the extra dark. That's just as dark as Trek has got. The rest of it will be the fun sci-fi stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll be more Star Trek in tone. Yeah, awesome.
Cool. Well, hey guys, you're stuck in like a Trekyards 22-minute loop. You got to listen to me, otherwise we're gonna have to go through this again. You need to subscribe to the channel. You need to join the Trekyards Facebook group. You need to do these things. You need to share. You need to like this video. Otherwise, you'll live this all again. This whole episode of Trekyards. Am I right or am I right?
Yep, and if you want to support this show and this whole channel, you can do it a couple of great ways by sharing everywhere or sharing these videos any way you think Trek fans would enjoy it with your friends, family, or neighbours, your dog. Hey, if he has a computer, you can press like, subscribe, whatever. Or Patreon, our monthly donation scheme. You can help us out via that or a one-time donation at trekkers.com. It's a little bit of money each and every month, or a one-time really does help this channel. Just finances this great thing we do week on week, day on day sometimes, and always plan for more because we have a couple of pilots that we're thinking of doing, and we want to have the time and ability to do them.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Commander Kings.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Next time on Trekyards, something will happen. We'll say things.
Right now, even. Wow, you're in the future. It is now.
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome back to Trekyards. We are doing an episode 7 prediction. 7.
Yes.
Because it looked kind of interesting.
Oh, it does.
And you just saw this as well. So
yeah.
You didn't see it from the last week, so.
Oh, I didn't see it at all last week. So. I'm jazzed, although it seems like something we've seen before. Maybe a little bit of deja vu here.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, my first reaction to seeing this was, ooh, a Star Trek episode.
Finally.
Yeah, because I love time loop concepts. I love time travel. I love when it's done. Obviously, when it's done well. Obviously, and the concept of this one is really intriguing. That's why I thought we should do a what we think is going to happen, because it's very cryptic, and there's some really interesting stuff if you screen cap it. So I thought it'd be interesting. So yeah, let's go through it. So it starts out with